putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here, author of Race Pimping. You can get my book at racepimping.com. And I talked in the last segment about leftists believing that we're stupid. It doesn't matter what our degrees are in. They believe we're stupid. They're smart. They use their pedigree. They talk about their experiences. They give themselves awards. So Barack Obama, who won't publish anything about himself, especially his grades, because he's an idiot. He's a first-class idiot. I don't even have to see his grades. I guarantee you, if they don't alter his grades and we ever see him, you're going to find out he's a 2-point-something student at best. But he gets a Nobel Peace Prize. They talk about this guy as if he is the best academic, like he's, for us, the William F. Buckley of politics. He's an idiot. He has no logic, no reasoning, no common sense. But they make him appear to be smart. Hillary Clinton, smartest woman in the world. Couldn't pass the bar in D.C., passed it in Arkansas, and then can't even practice law anymore. Dumb to her core. Said, if you believe that business creates jobs, well, then you're crazy. Really? Capitalism doesn't create jobs. Okay, sure, Hillary. All right, whatever. Slowly walk away. Don't turn your back. Slowly walk away. Don't turn your back. But the NFL is what I want to focus on for a bit, because they played in London again. And remember, these guys took a knee in London in the first game. Our ambassadors, the people who are supposed to represent America in sport around the globe, take a knee. So they go to London again. It's going to be the New Orleans Saints against the Miami Dolphins. And the Saints decide to pull what I call a Jerry Jones. Yeah. They believe this Jerry Jones, I call it Jerry Jonesing. When you take a knee before the anthem and then you stand and lock your arms during the anthem. You're not holding your hand over your heart individually saying it. You're like, the team is bigger than the country. The team is nothing to us. And we are proving it. And we will continue to prove it. Guarantee you. Did you do it last Sunday? Did you watch football last Sunday? I didn't. Then I heard all the media, including Fox, they're not going to show the national anthem because the NFL is probably begging them, don't show it. Let's just try to get over this controversy. Let's get through it. But let me tell you, people at the game will show it. Then the players are going to just finally, let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to stay in the locker room. Let's stay in the locker room because they want you to forget it. Jerry Jones and folks, they believe the public is stupid. The New York Times called the move by Jerry Jones progressive. That's when I knew, oh, watch out. They're going to tell you that was the right way to do it. The Cowboys' market cap was almost $5 billion, double that of most franchises. And my bet, the Cowboys' Jerry Jonesing went over like a North Korean rocket shortly after takeoff. And I'm going to tell you, I don't believe they're America's team anymore. I heard somebody say that. America's team no more. I agree. I think their market cap dropped by a solid $1 billion to $1.5 billion in that move. Jerry Jones trying to placate after he told his players, you do this and you're let go. That's when the Cowboys were America's team. And now the NFL's trying this Jerry Jones and all over. On Thursday, they tried it. They had both teams come out. They took a knee. Then they stood and locked arms. They didn't salute the flag. They didn't appreciate the national anthem. It wasn't a tribute to the veterans. But you're going to see the NFL. They are going to they're going to roll out the veterans, boy. You better believe it. I said the other day about the Thursday night football game. It should have been a boon to the NFL to have all those eyeballs on the players, and during the Thursday night game, and say, we're going to surprise you because the NFL is going to be making a special announcement and all. And they blew it. They let the teams Jerry Jones, and then that was the end. And guess what? They suffered. And I'm glad they did. I don't wish anything bad on people, but come on. How do you let somebody essentially dog this country? Let me tell you, the NFL is soon going to learn that unless it does a full mea culpa, unless it completely admits we screwed up on this kneeling thing during the national anthem, the writing's on the wall for them. And I find it ironic that a sport that employs 70% blacks is going to be ruined by the very men who receive its rewards. Thus, black multimillionaires, whom for the most part can do little else career-wise, will relegate themselves to mediocrity in life if going forward over a lie. And this, to me, sort of explains the ignorance of black leftists. NFL players allow one petulant half-black man to ruin things for everybody else. Sound familiar? Let's look at what Obama did for Democrats. I talked about this a while back, but 1,080 losses over the past 8 years, and Barack Obama is the culprit. Unquestionably. Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, all these leftists love their black president no matter what. Thus, they followed him over the cliff. Roger Goodell reminds me of this very thing. He's saying, you know what? We're going to capitulate the political correctness and social engineering no matter what. I will follow these kids over the cliff. Why does he care? He made $142 million in the same time period that the number one quarterback in the league, Brady, made $62 million. Why didn't somebody sound the warning bell with Obama? It'd say 200 losses of seats. But the loss of 1,080 seats, 4 special elections, and essentially the entire culture has been lost of leftism because we're changing it now. People are finally getting, growing a pair and saying, we're not going to put up with this anymore. They lost all of that because they followed this guy. And the NFL reminds me of it literally to a fault. It just to a T, I should say. It reminds me of everything that's happening with Obama with politics. Kaepernick has become the Obama of the NFL. The NFL strategy, folks, it's backfired. I don't know why they would put their livelihoods in the hands of a half-black nitwit named Kaepernick. So it's backfired. They believe that this stupid thing of sit down before the anthem, stand for the anthem, is the appeasement. It's middle of the road. I bet you Jerry Jones thought, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. People love it. Yeah, that way I don't seem like I'm backing down, but the players, they get what they want, but we get what we want. No, Jerry Jones. Doesn't work that way. See, Democrats think we're stupid too. Now, I know Jerry Jones wrote a check to Donald Trump for $1 million. Congratulations. That don't mean he's right. He thinks we're stupid. Jerry Jones is saying, look, I want to have peace and harmony within my organization, so he backed off of his hard stance. And he doesn't want to say that. He thinks we're stupid. He thinks that we believe that he's still standing up for himself. But he didn't. He let the league down. I'm not putting it all on his shoulders. But if these guys believe that we're going to fall for this idea of, well, they kneeled in solidarity for the team, but then they still stood up for the anthem. They stood up. They don't put their hands on their heart. They don't care about America. I told you. I said on the TV the other day, Fox and Friends, there are people teaching racism in this country, teaching black people to hate, teaching woe is me, and you're watching it manifest itself, and they want you to believe that these black guys love America, love the flag, love the anthem, love all the symbols of America, love the founding fathers. Nothing could be further from the truth. Don't believe it. And they want me to back down. I had a lady write me, Kevin, I can't believe you believe this. And I go, okay, so let me just ask you a simple question. Why are we talking about race still when we had a black president for 8 years? He got elected twice by an overwhelming number of white folks. Why are we still talking about race? Well, that doesn't prove that you're teaching hate. Really? So I asked her, go Google anything that has to do with Knockout Gang, hate of Whitey, you name it. It'll be replete. This is not anecdotal. People act like I live in some kind of bubble, in a gated community where they, it's like, hey, Phil, how's it going? No, I just moved, but the hood is where I lived. And I'm telling you, I'm all black. And I know what's going on. I talk to relatives. I talk to friends. I talk to friends of friends. I talk to people that pick me up from the airport, the cabbies. I talk to everybody because I want to know what's going on. I want to know the pulse of the nation. And to a person, man, Kevin, these white people what? I always go, these white people did what? And they can't give me an answer that really suits what their issue is. We're taught racism and they think we're stupid. I assure you we're not.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.